The Southern U.S. Border Group says it's moving ahead with plans to build a private border wall in southwestern New Mexico. It's using millions of dollars from a crowdfunding campaign to close a border gap that the group says is very popular with asylum seekers. CBS This Morning lead national correspondent, that's David Begnaud, is in Sunland Park, New Mexico, where he spoke with the veteran behind this controversial project. David, good to see you. What are the plans, his plans for this wall?
Well, Gail, they want it to be a half-mile wide by the time it's done, half-mile long, and they say they could complete it by this weekend. 48 hours ago, the mayor showed up and said, wait a minute, you don't have the right permits. You need to stop your work. But now the group claims they've been given permission by the mayor to keep going. With this video, the group known as We Build the Wall declared victory, saying they are now effectively protecting a popular passage that immigrants use to enter the U.S. illegally.
It was a highly trafficked area.
The project is being spearheaded by Brian Colfage, a triple amputee veteran. He created the GoFundMe page that has raised more than $23 million. How much money is being spent on this section here?
It's still ongoing, but it's going to be around $6 to $8 million.
Colfage is as controversial as the wall. In fact, Wednesday, a Miami radio station reported that Florida's Department of Agriculture confirmed that the state is investigating the fund after receiving consumer complaints. So what do you say to the critics?
If we were doing anything wrong, GoFundMe would shut this down in a heartbeat.
Who does manage the money that's been donated?
We have an internal audit committee and we have an external audit agency. We can't spend any money without getting approval.
The wall is being built on privately owned land with permission from the landowner and backing from people like Steve Ronnebeck, who says his son Grant was murdered by an illegal immigrant.
I represent every victim of illegal alien crime.
The plan has faced criticism from city officials. Tuesday, the mayor of Sunland Park, New Mexico, ordered the group to stop their work.
Construction on the wall at this point is in violation of city ordinance.
The man who owns the property wasn't available for an interview, but his representative told us that the government has long said to them, you have a natural barrier. It doesn't make sense to put a wall here. George Mason University law professor Ilya Soman believes this project may in the end generate more publicity than impact.
It's unlikely they're going to get the right to build more than a small section of wall on privately owned land, given that they can only do so if the owners want to let them.
What about that reality, that you'll do it here, and it may help this landowner, but in the larger scheme of things, it'll sort of be a drop in a bucket?
Well, we're not here to build the entire southern border wall. We're here to have an impact with the money that we raise to help out these communities. In the package right there, you heard Brian Colfage talk about an external audit agency that they have. He showed up this morning right before our live shot to say we have not yet hired that agency, but we will before the end of this tax season. They are planning a party here at the site, fireworks and all, within the next 48 hours, Tony, when they expect to complete this. And listen, this is controversial. The critics say this group is a bunch of white supremacists and xenophobes, but their supporters say, wait a minute, that's not true. They have been more effective than the United States government in this case.
All right, David, thank you very much. At the end of the day, it does just sound like a private landowner accepted a free wall in his backyard.
Yeah, basically putting up a fence on his property.